come to the mat and just kind of shake things out for a moment. And as you're shaking out, right, when you come to land, just come into however you would normally stand. Let's start there, see how that's looking today. So just come into a natural stance for you. And let's see where everything is. This is just information for you. Close your eyes and see if you can feel where things are. Starting with the feet. How grounded are your feet? Okay, are you leaning more toward the outer edges or inner edges, or are your feet nice and flat? Are your feet in line with each other, or is one more forward than the other? Okay, without changing anything, we're just observing. What are your legs doing? Where are your shoulders and your hands? And what's your head doing? Is your tendency right now to have your head forward, maybe tilting to one side? Without changing anything, just locate. And now let's go back to the feet and figure out getting everything in line. So we're going to actually look down, get the feet parallel, hip-width distance apart. Find the four corners of the feet, the big toe mound, the little toe mound, outer heel, inner heel. Ground them down into the earth and pull up through the thighs, adding lots of energy to the legs, positioning the hips over the ankles, shoulders over the hips, and hands by your side, face out. Okay, and then ears over shoulders. So now we're in our beautiful mountain pose. And from here, breathe. And now with everything nice and lined up, the breath can flow nice and smooth. So just allow your breath to smooth out. And maybe even deepen a little bit here. And start to feel the breath working all the way through the body as it comes in through the nose and goes to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, and the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, notice your body soften. All right, so now we're in a nice balanced pose here, nice and strong, and we're going to add some arms. So with the palms face out, exhale. Let's inhale energy, draw the palms up, press the palms together, and exhale. Bring that energy into your heart. And breathe. Last time here, ending with the hands to the heart, inhale and exhale. All right, let's bring the hands down by side and get the spine moving in all 6 directions this morning. So take your feet now slightly wider than hip-width distance. Let your knees and hips be soft. Get a little movement going, especially in the knees and hips. And then take your arms out by your side with a little bend to the elbows. Cats and cows here. So rounding forward, bring the fingertips together, elbows back, open the heart. And here we go, cats and cows. Fingertips, heart opens. Yeah, fingertips and heart opens. And always remember, this is your practice. So there's not like a particular way that you have to do this. You want to find what feels great to you, what feels like it's working to open your spine in that forward and back, equalizing forward and back here. And the next time your fingertips are together, just hold them here, press your palms together, bring your hands to your heart, straightening the legs. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to bring the hands down by the side now, and take the legs slightly wider apart, wider than hip width distance with the toes facing out. And let's get a little more movement, bending the knees, but remembering when the feet are square, right, which we want them to be, the knees will go over the toes, which we also want. So here we go, knees over toes, bending, inhale and exhale. So we're going to let the left elbow bend with the left palm face up, right arm up. It might be over your head, it might be lower, whatever feels better for you. And just tilt to the left here. So your right arm's going to the left, your left arm's going to the right. Make a big circle and go the other way. So we start to feel the side body open here, side to side. And what could the legs do here? Well, they're going to just bend and straighten at will, right? Whatever is working for you. But definitely keep the feet square and start to notice a little more each time of opening in the side. Side body opening here. Yeah. And then the next time you're over to the left, just stay there and release a little bit, but don't come all the way up, and try and go a little deeper, bringing your left hand more to the right, right hand more to the left. Release and go a little deeper. Yeah. And one last time, release and go a little deeper. Now we'll take that ball around and take the left hand to the right, right hand to the left. And release and go a little deeper. Release and a little deeper. And release and a little deeper and hold. Good. All right, now come back to center. Shake things out. Okay. So we're going to do some twisting of the spine now. So let's let those knees and hips be soft. Remind the feet how to detach themselves from the mat. And we're going to take the left arm and reach to the right. Right arm reach to the left. So we're twisting here, twist and reach. And the heel might lift, right? So when you have your left arm going to the right, the left heel might decide to lift. That's great. Just make it a natural twist, twist, twist. All right, so now the next time your left arm is over to the right, hold it there. Just feel that nice stretch. And then take it to the left, right arm to the left and hold. And then bring it up. Bring your feet back to hip width distance apart. So I mentioned that we're coming into the new moon. We're going to do a little extra balance here. Okay, so we're going to start with a forward fold to a heel lift, and then if you decide you want to take it to a knee lift. All right, so let's come back to square here. Come back to your mountain pose. So for balance, it helps to have the feet really nice and square, and in this right under the hips position for what we're going to do. Float the arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive. Now as you come up, take your right heel up. Take it down, fold, and the left heel comes up. Take it down. Now that's the move. We're going to try double heels, 2 heels up. If your ankles are wobbly, you might decide to stick with single heels today. Take it down. This time take your right heel up, or if you want to, try even lifting the right knee. Take it down, left heel or knee. Take it down, double heel, or keep alternating. So the sequence is right, left, double option, heel or knee, your choice. We're just moving in and out of balance. Yes. Good, your choice. Be careful with that double heel. We don't want wobbly ankles. What's the pace? The pace is something that feels good to you. All right, so the next time you complete what is a round for you, either heel right, left, and or double, Just come back to standing and take a couple of breaths. Okay, so just a little beginning to the balance, and take a few breaths here. Great. Okay, we're going to head down and work on core and hips. So come to the top of your mat, find that nice strong mountain pose, line everything up so you can just visualize in your mind where everything is. And then float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, over the hip creases, straight spine into a forward fold. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs, hips back, and shine your heart forward for our half lift. Then go ahead and bring your hands down and step back into a downward facing dog. So dog, right bright and early in the morning. And let's go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Alternating, pressing the heel down. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. Now we're going to try and get the knees to the mat at the same time. So slowly bend the knees, engage your core, knees to the mat, same time. There they are. Sit off to the side, and let's find seated balance here. I always have to remove stuff from under my sit bones before I can really feel them attached to the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet. We are in seated balance now with the spine nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Seated mountain pose. All right, let's shake it out. And we're coming down for dead bug. Everybody knows dead bug. We're going to go through a couple of variations of it, and you get to choose what's going to work best for you. So go ahead and bend your knees, roll yourself down. We'll start our dead bug with 2 feet on the mat, okay? 2 arms up to the sky, right leg forward, left arm back and in. Left leg forward, right arm back and in. Even when you have, let's keep going, when you have your feet coming to the mat, when you extend your leg, keep your heel a couple of inches off the mat. You see how my heel is not touching down? So that engages the core more. This is the first iteration that we're going to do with the spine all the way on the mat, feet on the mat here. Okay, the next time you go left leg forward, right arm back, you'll be even. We're going to do this with 2 legs. 2 legs forward, 2 arms back and in. 2 legs forward, 2 legs back and in. One more time like that and in. All right, give your arms a break here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so the next option is to take the right knee up. Yeah, okay, 2 arms up. And we're going to go right leg forward, left arm back, still not touching down with the heel, and back up. One more time on the right, and up. Bring the right foot down, left leg, knee is bent, and left leg forward, right arm back, and in. Left leg forward, right arm back, and in. Now, see how 2 legs works for you from here. It may, and it may not feel great, in which case, don't do it. Take it back and in. Go back to alternating legs or double with 2 feet on the mat if that worked better for you, and bring it in. Woo! All right, those are some options. And the final option is to do this with your shoulders raised. So if you want to try that, make sure that you don't tuck your chin. Bring your arms forward. Roll your shoulders and head off the mat. Bring your arms overhead now. And with both feet on the mat, right leg forward, left arm back and up, left leg forward, right arm back and up, and 2 legs, 2 arms, and back. Now we'll try it with the knee. Right knee, left arm, and back. Left knee, right arm, and back. 2 knees, 2 arms, and back. Hug it in. All right, so you're going to decide if you want to work with your shoulders up or down, feet up or down, Here we go. Everybody ready? Raise a leg and give me a little, yeah. Okay. All right. The ones we did already count. Don't worry, they do count. But now we're just going to do our favorite version that we've seen so far. So either 2 knees up, 2 feet down, or 1 knee at a time. We're going 4 times on the right. Rolling the shoulders up if you want. Here we go. Right leg, left arm, and in. Again on the right, and in, and right, and in. One more, right, and in. Switching to the left. Left leg, in, left, in. Bring your shoulders and head down anytime you start to feel fatigue or pain in the neck, discomfort. Definitely not pain. All right, let's take a little break here. We're going 2 legs now. We did 4 right, 4 left. 2 legs. Here we go. 2 legs and in. If you're not doing 2 legs, do 2 right and 2 left because we're going 4 times. 2 legs and in and double and in. Hug it in and rock side to side. Whew. Inhale and exhale. All right. We're going to save the obliques for a little later because we did a whole lot of dead bugs there. Let's get the hips open now and extend the arms and legs. Inhale. Exhale, draw just the right knee in. You could be holding onto your shin or your hamstring. Okay. And then take your left arm out to the left and let your right leg open to the right and come into the side. Opening up that hip. All right, now come back to center here. So this is a variation on Supta, reclined Padangusthasana, hand to knee. Take your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Take your right arm out by the shoulder. Inhale. And as you exhale, let that right knee come just past the belly button so we get a nice stretch here. The hips are still grounded, the shoulders are still grounded. Now keeping your right shoulder in contact with the mat but letting your right hip come up. Take the right leg over to the left and take your gaze towards your right fingertips. Good, and as you come back through center, take your right ankle across your left thigh, right foot's flexed, draw the leg in, hold on to your right shin here, and let the hips move around. So you're seeing what feels good to you. Just make sure you keep your right foot flexed, that's better for the knee. Move around. We'll take this a little deeper, make an X with the legs crossing at the thighs. Hold on. You might have your ankles or your shins here or even the sides of your legs and move around. So this X is a little deeper. Stretch for the hips. All right, we're going to release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. Let the knees gently open and close. Now stretch both arms, both legs, legs long, arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, draw your left knee in. So that right leg might decide, the knee might decide to bend, that's fine too. And then hold on to your shin or your hamstring, right arm out to the side, let your left leg open to the left and come back to center. So dead bug, which we were doing, in addition to core, really helps us warm up the hips. So we're just taking that a little deeper here. Bring the left leg back to center, and then take your right hand outside your left leg. Left arm extends out from the shoulder. Left knee comes just past the belly button. So your left hip is still on the mat, right shoulder. And then let the left leg come more over to the right as far as it wants to go. Left hip is going to lift and you take your gaze past your left fingertips. Left shoulder is still on the mat. Great. All right, and flex your left foot. Let the left ankle come across the right thigh. Draw the left shin in and move those hips around. And then take your thighs into an X. Hold on to whatever is available to hold on to right now. And move those hips a little more. All right, let's release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, and gently open and close the knees. Yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to work our way to hands and knees. Coming into tabletop, finding balance there, padding the knees. If they want extra padding, you can have a towel or a blanket, an extra mat, or flip up sides of your mat. Just make sure your knees and your wrists are happy here. You can also do this standing up, okay? All right, wave at me if you want me to demonstrate standing version. Okay, so we're on hands and knees here. Inhale and exhale, finding 4 points of balance. Take your right leg back, tuck the toes, and then lift the right leg. We went from 4 points of balance to 3 points of balance. The core kicked in. Now we're going to float the left arm up by the left ear, 2 points of balance. So check yourself, see if you're evenly distributed between your right hand and your left knee. And when you bring your left hand and right knee back to the mat, see if you can get them to touch at the same time. Doing that on the left leg back, left leg lifts, we're in 3-point balance, right arm lifts into a 2-point balance. Checking in. And bringing the knee and the hand to the mat at the same time. Good, so a little adventure in balance there. Let's take the arms forward and have an adventure in strengthening. So we're taking the arms all the way forward, coming into plank, and push up. Hips back. Okay, so this is the movement we do in chaturanga, and we're also getting ready for our child's pose. So we come into plank, push up, hips back. Okay, there's always an option to do this with the knees up, but a good strong knee down plank is better than a crappy knee up plank, so make sure that you're doing the one that is best for you. And eventually push yourself back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide apart, forehead connected. If it reaches the mat, great. If it doesn't, make a pillow with your hands or your fists so that the head can be resting. We don't want the head floating in midair and the neck having to support it. And take a couple of breaths here in your child's pose. Now, as you start to find your way to down dog, notice your whole journey. Notice when you're in balance and as you come out of balance and back into balance, coming into a 4-point downward facing dog. When you get to your dog, you want to be evenly distributed between 2 hands and 2 feet. Remember, dogs can be done at the wall as well. Using a chair. Inhale and exhale. So there's variations. Okay, so now go ahead and start walking your feet towards your hands, taking them a little wider as you go till they wind up mat width distance apart. And then bring your forearms to your thighs. Press your palms together, bring them to your heart. Press through the feet Straighten the legs as you lift the fingertips up toward the sky, and as you exhale, return to mountain pose and find your great balanced mountain pose here. Or find your cat. Yeah, whatever you're finding over there. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's shake things out for a second. Okay, you guys ready for sun salutations? Yeah, let's come to the top of the mat. Finding mountain pose here. Okay, feeling balanced. All four corners of the feet, everything's lined up. Palms are face forward. We're breathing. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we're swan diving from the hip creases with a long spine. So it doesn't matter if you go down a little bit or down all the way to the floor. Keep the spine long, fold from the hip creases, okay? That's the goal here. Bend the knees, hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift. Sink your hips down, hands to the mat, and step back just with your right leg. Find that lunge and wiggle around. This is just a nice place to kind of enjoy more hip flexibility here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to step back to plank. You decide knees up or knees down. Remember, we want the strongest plank here. Okay, and chaturanga. There's that same arm movement we were just doing. This time we take it all the way down. Okay, hands gently on the mat. Without using the hands, we take the shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, and shine the heart forward. Cobra here. But the hands have not done the work. The spine has done the work. And release. Find your way to down dog. So mindful of when you're in balance, when you're out of balance. And come into a nice 4-point downward facing dog. 4 points of contact. Yes, inhale and exhale. Now we're going to take the right leg to hip height. Come into a 3-point balance. And try not to raise the right hip. Try and keep the hips square to the mat. Okay, and now, just moving that right leg, flex the foot, tap the toes down and up, seeing, keep going, as you move through this, how can you maintain your balance between the two hands and the one foot that remain on the mat. Next time the right leg is up, hold it up, take a step forward, and journey your feet to your hands. When you get there, take a half lift, the heart shines forward. Exhale, fold. And then keeping those feet nice and grounded, float the arms out and up, as far up as your arms are going to go right now. Palms touch, and hands come to heart center. Good, and let's go ahead and find mountain pose again. Okay, top of the mat, same thing. Finding mountain pose. Guys, go ahead, you know what to do. Float the arms up, inhale. Exhale, we swan dive. Yeah. Good. Take a half lift. Sink the hips down, hands to the mat. Step back this time with the left leg. Enjoy that lunge. Okay, if you're going knee down plank, which is great, come into knee down plank. If you're going knee up plank, come into knee up plank. It doesn't have to be the same one as you did earlier. You can switch between them if you like. Now a nice strong chaturanga. Always strong, strong, strong. Okay, we're going to work back to that cobra, this time removing the hands from the mat. So lift the hands 3 inches off the mat, shoulders toward the ears, down your spine. Lift your heart, elbows are heading more toward the waist. Cobra, hands free here. And release. We're going to play with this for a minute. So think about shining your heart forward as you lift up, not throwing the head back. Shine your heart forward, okay? And then draw your arms forward. You're still lifted. Elbows back toward the waist. Maybe you lift a little more. And one more time. Arms forward. Elbows toward the waist. So we just work with that cobra energy a little bit more. Bring the hands down. Let's make a pillow with the hands here. Bend the knees and let the legs move side to side. Just give that spine a little relaxation from doing the cobras. Bring your feet down, okay, and start to find your way to down dog. So this is a very mindful journey into down dog, noticing when you're off balance and when you are balanced. And then finding your way in downward dog, balanced all 4 points. Lift the left leg without lifting the hip, okay? So we want the left leg up, but we don't want the hip open. Flex your left foot and tap down and up. Yes. Yes. Okay, hold the left leg up, take a step forward, and complete your journey to the top of your mat. And when you get to the top of your mat, half lift, forward fold here, and float the arms out and up as your palms touch. Good, and your hands come heart center. And find your way back to mountain pose. Taking a couple of breaths here, experiencing how the body is feeling. What are your feet doing? Are you still on all 4 corners of your feet? Let's make sure. Inhale and exhale. And take a breath here. So now that we're nice and grounded on all 4 corners of the feet, we're going to work back into that balancing a little more. Okay, we were going down and up before and not holding for super long. Now we're going to start from stillness here. Okay, put your hands on your hips for a moment. And let's find a steady spot to gaze at, your drishti, your gaze point here. Make sure those feet are nice and grounded, all 4 points. Inhale and exhale, the mind is calm. So from here, take your right heel up and explore bringing the right knee up. If you don't want to bring your knee up, you can leave your toes gently on the mat. Okay, that was the right side. Let's try the left side. Left heel, left knee. And the sides might be reacting differently. Mine certainly are. Bring it down. Okay, so you just are going to decide where you want to go. Now instead of going down and up, we're going to take the arms out to the side. Lift the arms, palms together, and as you bring your hands to your heart, lift your right heel or your right knee. Release down, arms up, palms touch, left heel or left knee. So explore that a few times. Find a pace that works for you. And after your next time on the left, you should be even. Come back to standing. Okay. Take a breath here. And now, instead of moving continuously, we're going to lift and hold. So arms up, palms touch, heel or knee, and hold it. Good, and release. Try it on the other side. Arms up, palms touch, heel or knee. And release. All right, let's just come back to mountain pose and either defocus or close your eyes and just feel that sensation what is happening in your body, and then shake things out. Open your eyes, take your legs wider than hip width distance. We're going to do some oblique work from here. So once again, we want the feet nice and grounded on the earth. We want the knees going out over the toes here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to be working the obliques. So let's start with the knees bent, arms behind your head. Inhale, and we're not pressing forward on the head, right? The head is in neutral. The hands are just behind the head. Take your elbows to the right and up. Now with straight arms, go to the right and up. Same thing to the left. Elbows left and up. Straight arms left and up. Straighten your legs. So now we're going to bend the knees as we come over to the side. So go ahead and as your knees bend, right elbow to the right and straighten everything up. Right long arms, knees bend and up. Now to the left, elbows and up and long arms, reach and up. Back to the right, elbows and up and long arms and up and to the left, elbows and up, long arms and up, back to the right, up, arms and up and to the left, up and long arms and up. Now we're going to come to the right and stay here. Elbows, extend the arms, bring them back behind your head. Extend and back. We'll do that 2 more times. Extend and back. And once more, extend. Nice. Back. Take it up. Straighten the legs. Same thing to the left. Knees bend over to the left and arms together. Arms together. 2 more. Last time. And bring it up. Straighten the legs. Take the arms down. Shake everything out. Inhale and exhale. All right. So you guys have done a lot of hard work. Let's calm things down with a little brush hands. Our legs are already in position for that. The feet are square. Arms up, palms forward, knees out over the toes. Brush down and up. Keep your spine long. Brush down and up. So we're not doing this, okay? We're going down and up. There you go. Brush hands. Every once in a while, check to make sure your feet are still square on the mat and your knees are going right over your toes. The next time you're down, just hold here in this brush hands position, your low position, and then slowly draw up, 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 and as your arms come down, start to bring your feet together. It might be one movement, it might be several. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. We're going to move into Warrior 2 now and do Warrior 2 Archer pose, okay? So let's take the legs wide apart and turn your toes, right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. And go ahead and bend so your right knee is over your ankle, right? The feet are still square here, shoulders over hips, arms out from the shoulders, and they're directly out from the shoulders. So these, oh yes, arms look great, everybody, good. Inhale and exhale. Take your gaze past your right fingertips. So Warrior 2 is a beautiful, steady, balanced pose. We're balancing the strength of our lower body with ease and flow in the upper body. Now, turn your gaze towards your left fingertips and follow your left hand as it comes around to the right touching the right hand. Draw your fingertips up your right arm. You're still following your left hand with your eyes, and come back to warrior two with your gaze to the left. Okay, we're going to do that again. Staying gaze on the left hand, touch the right, draw across the right arm, across the body, back to the left. And one more time, gaze stays to the left hand, drawing across, and open and land. Now see how you feel in terms of balance between your right and left leg. Take your gaze past your right fingertips. Balance between up and down here. And take a few nice breaths in warrior two. All right, take your hands to your heart as you turn all 10 toes forward. Inhale, and let's do a nice little forward fold here. Any forward fold, you go as far or not as you want. So you might be right here with your head still over your hips. You might be halfway. You might have gone deeper. Inhale and exhale, and then move around a little bit. Okay, so bend one knee and then the other. Let the shoulders move side to side. However feels good to you. Again, you might be up here and that's just fine. Hands on your hips, hands on your thighs, hands on the mat. Just move around. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your thighs. Come halfway up from wherever you are. And then come the rest of the way up. So maybe those legs are ready for a little break. Let's take them together and shake them out a little bit. Inhale and exhale. All right, setting up for warrior two on the left. Ready? Take the legs wide. Left toes to the left. Right toes in at an angle. The feet are balanced and grounded. Left knee over the left ankle. When your feet are balanced, that left knee is going to track straight through the center of your foot. Shoulders over hips. Arms out. Arms are in line with the shoulders. Yes, good. Always good to double check. Looking good here. Gaze past your left fingertips. And we start to feel that balance of warrior two, right? Grounded. Both feet are grounded. There's equal energy between them. Lower body is connected strongly to the earth. Upper body is light and spacious. Now turn your gaze to your right fingertips. Same thing for archer. Follow your right hand the whole way over to your left hand. Draw across your left arm, across the body, still following the right hand as it comes back behind. And we'll do that 2 more times. Follow your right hand as it comes to the left, drawing across and open. And one more time. Right hand to left. Archer. Finding open. And then take your gaze back to your left hand, gaze past those fingertips, and refine that sense of balance that we have in warrior two, right? The 2 feet, lower body, upper body, calmness. And then as you come forward, turn your toes forward, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. And let's go back into any kind of forward fold that feels good to you and move around. So look for spaces that need a little bit of release here. Or maybe they need some rest and you want to just find a place where you're feeling restful in your forward fold. This is for you. And then coming back to center, bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up from wherever you are, just halfway. and then come the rest of the way up. So we come up slowly to make sure we don't get dizzy, and then go ahead and work your legs together, give them a little shake out, start to sense the body. Where does it feel like it needs a little extra release here? So just go ahead and move around naturally for you. See if there's anything in your space that you want to bring down to the earth with you. Maybe it's socks or a blanket if you feel like you might want some extra warmth as we head down. Okay, so just move around, make sure everything's happy. You guys okay? We good? All right. And then start to make your way to the top of the mat, finding mountain pose again, equal standing mountain pose. Working the feet into that 4-point alignment, right? Hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, arms forward, palms forward, heart is open. Okay. Float the arms up, inhale, exhale, take your swan dive, wherever it's going to go right now. Bend the knees, hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift. Hands to the mat as your hips sink and step back to down dog. Now if you've had it with down dog, go ahead and come right into table. We'll all be there in a minute. And let your hips move side to side. If you're in down dog, your knees will move too. And then come back to center. So find that 4-point balance wherever you are. Okay, in dog, once you find your 4-point balance, bring your knees down and get them to touch at the same time, maintaining that balance. Great, now sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose once again. Feet flex, spine is long. So we're going to do a couple of deep breaths from seated mountain pose, extending the spine on the inhale as well as the exhale. So palms are out to your side. Exhale, and now as you inhale, lengthen the spine, the arms come up. Turn your palms out, and as you exhale, lengthen the spine. Feel the spine continue to lengthen as your arms come down. Good. And just do that one more time. And when you land back in seated mountain pose, take a breath and then shake everything out. All right, we're going to do a couple of soft forward folds, so just float your arms gently up and just melt forward. Roll your hands up your legs, arms gently up, and melt. Great, and roll your hands up your legs, bend at the knees, and take yourself down to the mat. Inhale and exhale here. So we can let the knees open and close a few times. Let the spine get used to being in contact with the earth again. Wiggle around a little bit. Make sure you're nice and comfortable here. And then extend both arms and both legs. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw your right leg in, holding on to the shin or the hamstring. If the left leg says it wants to bend, then let it bend. Shin or hamstring here. And we're going to take this to a half happy baby. So flex your right foot. If you can reach your right foot, hold on to it. If not, hold on to your hamstring. Doesn't matter. Take your right foot up toward the sky with the foot flexed. Half happy baby. So your right knee is coming towards your right armpit, whether you have your hamstring or your foot. It's all good. Now release 2 arms and 2 legs long. Inhale. Exhale, draw the left leg in, holding on. Shin or hamstring. So this is half wind removing pose, Ardha Uttanasana here. And we're going to take this to a half happy baby, flexing the left foot, either finding the left foot or the left hamstring, left elbow toward the left armpit. And then release, extend 2 arms, 2 legs. Inhale, now both knees come in. Now we're in the full wind removing pose, Uttanasana. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to take this to happy baby. Once again, feet, hamstrings, wherever you find, okay? And once you're in that nice happy baby, go ahead and rock around side to side. Give the spine a nice little massage here. Yeah. And come back to center. So we can feel the effect this has on the hips, and that nice little spinal massage is a nice bonus. Release your hands. Put your left foot down on the mat. Keep your right leg up and point and flex your right foot. That ankle. Then circle the ankle one direction and the other. Release the right foot to the mat. Take the left leg back up. Point and flex the left foot. Circle one direction and the other, and release the left foot to the mat, and let's let those knees open and close a few more times here. Inhale and exhale. Take your legs together, arms long out to the side, super gentle windshield wipers. The knees just sway to the right as the head goes left, knees sway left as the head goes right. And if you decide that you would be happier with your feet having some space in between them, well, guess what? This is your windshield wipers. Go ahead and do that. But we want to keep this gentle sway going. And then eventually find your way back to center. And position your feet now. For most of us, hip width distance is going to be great with the knees bent. And then extend through the fingers. Really extend the hands wide open. Make a gentle fist. Extend and make a gentle fist. Okay, so you can really feel the energy go all the way up the arm into the shoulder here. And then make a gentle fist and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Okay, bring your arms back down, and we're just going to go side to side a few times more with the head. Make sure the neck is just super happy. Great. And then bring your head back to center, bring your arms by your side, and move around anything that your body is asking you to move as you start to find a good alignment for you for right this moment in your final relaxation. Remember, the legs can be straight, the knees can be bent. Just release anything left over. Find your way into a position for final relaxation. Spreading yourself evenly on the earth here. Yeah, covering up if that feels good. Whatever's feeling good to you. And when you're in a nice, comfortable spot, inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just let your body melt onto the earth. Your work is done. Let the earth support you as you move into final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch everything long. Exhale, draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And coming back up to a nice easy seat. Draw your palms together as you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.